All right, guys, I got this one business owner friend of mine that always texts me and always calls me and say, Matt, I'm not getting any new leads through social media. People are not texting me. People are not reaching out to me. I'm not building no brand. And then I go and scroll up on his Instagram, and then the last picture he got is himself in the club flexing with some money or a bottle. And then the next picture I look up is just him and some friends at a bar. And then I keep scrolling, and I'm looking at the dates, and it say 2023, and I'm like, damn, man, it's October 2024. And he's complaining that he ain't got no leads from his social media. Well, dude, I'm looking at your social media. You don't talk about nothing that you do. So how are you supposed to get leads? Well, today, guys, I'm going to teach you how to get leads through social media. We're going to show you how to get leads through your media that you post on social media. So, the video title for today is how to attract sales leads through media. Big 3 steps. I'm going to show you guys the big 3 steps on how to get sales leads through media. 1, 2, 3.
Matt, I need your help growing my social media audience.
All right, guys, if you need help growing your social media audience, make sure you text 602-390-7002. Once again, it's 602-390-7002. So first, figuring out what your product or service is, and then you making sure that you are making content to your target audience on what that product or service is, right? So say, for example, you got skincare, or you do massages, or you do after school programs for kids. You want to make sure those specific things that you do, or a specific service or product that you're trying to sell to people, make sure you are having that type of language in your content, or showing in your content that that's the type of service that you do, right? So first is create the content that talks to your target audience. First things first is creating that content. Because if you don't have no content talking to your target audience, then they're not even going to know that you do that product or service, right? That's the first step, is making sure you have that content created. And this is specifically sales leads through media, social media as well. So it's just another form of marketing and advertising. That's all. Like I told you guys that story earlier, the guy wasn't posting any social media content based on his product or service, so nobody knew that he had that product or service because he wasn't putting it out there, promoting it out there. He wasn't increasing any exposure for his business, and he wasn't gaining any trust and mobility with that target audience or that type of person, right? So super important. I just did a podcast earlier for 1% Better Every Day, right? And we talked about how we got on Google, right? So say, for example, I have a specific business in the industry of ABC, right? So what I do is I go on Google, right? And I type in that ABC, because then the most search engine, the most research results, those search results that pops up at the bottom or pops up in that search engine is what people are typing in specifically for that industry, right? So when you go ahead and create that content in that specific industry, use those top search results in that content, and that way you can attract clients and businesses that way from that SEO. Because when people go ahead and type in what their problem is or product or service, your content is going to be the first thing that pops up because you use those top search results. Let's go, baby. Super important, using those top search results. Use it in your content, so by the time people go to look it up, your shit gonna pop up first. Look at that. It just works so easily like that, right? All right, so create content, target audience. Number 2 is our CTA. Super duper important within our content is our call to action. Your call to action gets your potential lead or sale to move forward in order to contact you, right? So that can be like a text, that can be like a call, that can be a DM me. And with that call to action, I make sure I put that information in the social media post. So whether it's a video, whether it's a static post, whether it's a reel, whatever type of video I have, I make sure I put a call to action, text, call, or DM me.
Matt, I need your help growing my social media audience.
All right, guys, if you need help growing your social media audience, make sure you text 602-390-7002. Once again, it's 602-390-7002. Again, text, call, or DM me with the call to action. I'll make sure that, again, that's a graphic displayed in the video or in the ad copy, or you can even put it in the comments as well. Like, make sure you DM me to get this or this and this and that, right? So once you have that call to action, that's when you'll receive sales leads based on those actions that you're giving people to call upon in those social media posts, right? So you take those leads, right? And then you call the, what he say, call the leads, right? Call them. Once you get any type of sales lead, you call them. That's where you're going to make your money from, right? You build that relationship with them. You build that rapport. You take down the information. You get to know the business. Get to know, talk, right? Don't talk too much. Let the business owner or the person that's reaching out to you through that sales lead or through that call to action, let them talk about themselves, what they want out of their business, and what they want to do going forward with whatever decision they make. And again, you make sure you build a relationship with these people, right? Super, super important to build relationships through these leads that you're receiving through media, right? Because a lot of people are looking at your social media, looking at your content, and they want to see what exactly you do, right? And then when you start that conversation with that person, then they'll be able to explain to you what it is they need from you, right? So that's super duper important when you are building relationships. And then once we get those leads, we convert those leads into sales. Super important, guys. Super, super important. Converting those leads, call the leads, build that relationship, and then sell them. So again, guys, this is how to attract sales leads through media and social media marketing and advertising, right? Again, we got step one is creating the content specifically for your target audience, right? Next, we have that call to action, text, call, or DM me within the content to make sure you're giving them a directive to go forward on how to reach out to you. Next is you take those leads that you receive from those call to actions on your content and you turn those leads into sales by building relationships. And guys, that is my three-step amazing process on how to get sales leads through social media. If you guys have any questions, make sure you text 602-390-7002. Text me content again to 602-390-7002. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe. My name is Matthew Cone from Conesgraphix, and you guys have an amazing day. Peace.